We're going to talk about dreams today. I can't wait. I want to start by asking you something. When was the last time you allowed yourself to dream, like really dream, like a big, bad, marvelous dream? Not the polite kind of dreaming, not the safe, socially acceptable version. I mean the kind of dream that makes you a little uncomfortable when you say it out loud. The kind that makes you wonder, who do I think I am to want that? Because here's something I've noticed. Most women are not limited by their ability. They're limited by the size of the life they allow themselves to imagine. And if you can't dream big, you will live small. This is the fact that we don't want to consider, not because you lack talent, not because you lack opportunity, but because your vision never gave you an effort somewhere meaningful to go. Yowza, that makes me sad just thinking about it. So what if you limit your dreams? Your life is being built as I speak and you listen. Right now, literally, it's happening right now. With the decisions that you make, with the habits that you repeat, with the standards you tolerate, whether you realize it or not, you are already constructing your future. The question is not, will you create a life? The question is, will you create it intentionally? Because when people stopped dreaming, they stopped designing. And when they stop designing, life becomes reactive instead of purposeful. That's when years pass. And this is the part that really gets me. I mean, years of your very short life pass with absolutely no meaning and purpose. It just is. You will wake up inside a life that works on paper, but doesn't feel like your dream. In fact, it probably is more like a nightmare. The good news is that in this video, we're going to talk about 3 things that can change your perspective on dreaming. First is what it actually means to dream. Second, why dreams require disciplined action. And third, how success is experienced when you follow through long enough to see results. Because the life of your dreams isn't something that you stumble into, it's something that you build and create, brick by brick by brick. Part 1, what it really means to dream. Dreaming has gotten a bad reputation. People hear the word dream and think, fantasy or unbelievable, or even worse, that's something other people do. We can't waste our time with wishful thinking or unrealistic expectations. Who has time for that? But dreaming isn't about escaping reality. It's about expanding your sense of what's possible within it and the belief that really something is possible. I mean, you have to believe that something's possible. A dream is simply a vision of a future, like big eyes, right? Looking forward, that doesn't exist yet, but could or can. It's the moment where you say, what if my life could look like this? What if I became stronger than I am now? What if I built something more meaningful? What if I used the gifts God gave me fully instead of cautiously? Dreams give direction to effort. Without a dream, you still work hard, but your effort has no compass. There's no direction, no plan. You move, but you don't necessarily move forward. In fact, you might even get dizzy. This is why people who stop dreaming slowly shrink their lives. This is true. You might feel this. They stop asking big questions. You don't even start looking for things that might be too bold for you. You stop imagining possibilities. You stop stretching towards something meaningful, interesting, out of your comfort zone, and eventually you settle for comfort. You just like it easy. Dreaming is not being ignorant or arrogant. Goodness, it's permission to pursue the full capacity of the life you've been given. Think about that. This statement gives me chills. Like, do what you're supposed to do. Fulfill your own life. Dreams without actions are just wishes, which is number 2. Here's where most people get stuck. They like dreaming. They enjoy imagining a better future, but the moment action becomes difficult, like the literal moment the dream gets abandoned, poof. Because dreams are exciting, but action is often inconvenient. You start saying things like, I don't have time for that. Action requires discipline. Yep, you have to do something every single day. It requires showing up when motivation disappears. Watch TV, no more dreams. Scroll on your phone all day, no more dreams. It requires effort on days when progress feels invisible. There are some days you won't see a thing. Stop thinking you have to see progress when progress might take months. If you want the life of your dreams, you have to become the person who does the work required to create it. It won't just happen to you. You have to do something. This means you wake up when you said you would, you follow through on your commitments, you practice skills before you feel confident. You keep going long after the excitement fades when you're the only one still doing it. Dreams create direction, but discipline requires movement. And movement is what transforms your vision into reality. You want to get a college degree? It's going to take time and effort. But boy, when you get to that point, who knows what can happen next? Why most people live smaller than they should. Here's number 3. This is a difficult truth. Most people don't fail to build their dream life because they tried and failed. They fail because they never even aimed high enough. And I know that makes me sad. They choose goals that feel safe, goals that won't challenge them much to do. I hope that's not you. Goals that won't expose them to failure. I hope that's not you. But safety has a cost. When you aim small, your effort shrinks, your standards shrink, your courage shrinks. It's literally like, and eventually your life reflects the size of expectations, but don't rise to your own potential. You're in your comfort zone, but that's all you are, comfortable. And this is why dreaming big matters. A big dream forces growth. It forces learning. It forces resilience. It forces you to become stronger than the version of yourself that exists today, right? Run a marathon, right? Ride your bike across Iowa. These are some dreams that I've had and succeeded with, and an amazing part of my life. So, you know what? You got to experience success. So now let's think about this is important. Success really ever has a dramatic moment. In fact, I want to challenge you to think about what your personal definition of success is. We imagine single success as a big breakthrough, a big victory when you cross the finish line. But the truth is success is actually quiet. Very quiet. In fact, you might be the only one to ever hear it. It shows up in small evidence of progress, the habit you kept for 6 months, the skill you improved through repetition, the confidence you built through uncomfortable experiences. Success isn't magic, nor is it magical. It's accumulation. It's the result of thousands and thousands of decisions where you choose effort instead of ease. And when you look back, something incredible happens. You realize the dream you once thought was impossible is now the life you're actually living. Not because it happened quickly, but because you refused to stop building and made it your mission to gain the knowledge. You have to get smarter, the understanding. You need to be able to discern things that are important for you, and wisdom. You got the wisdom you needed to live the dream you might not have ever known that you had. I mean, this is true. So I want you to listen really closely. If you want to create the life of your dreams, you must start with the vision of what is possible for you. Allow yourself to then imagine more. Allow yourself to believe your life can expand. But don't stop there. Dreams require your responsibility, your effort, your time, your discipline. I keep saying this because you have to do these things. Because dreaming big is only the first step. The real transformation happens when your daily actions begin to match the size of your own vision. Whoa, right? So ask yourself something honestly. What kind of life are you building right now today? Is it the life that you truly want? Or the life that feels safest to pursue? Because if you can't dream big, remember, you will live small. But if you allow yourself to imagine, just like you did when you were a kid, right? We imagined all sorts of things, and you follow that vision with action, and you discover something powerful, that you are capable of building a life far greater than the one that you settled for, and that life starts with the dreams you choose to pursue today. Start today.